Hi, my name is Ruth Teresa with my own company, One Inspiring Women, and I get asked this question quite a lot, kind of the difference between a group reading versus a private reading. A private reading is really interesting because you sit with me in my office. We sit face to face, one on one. You get to ask me anything and everything you would like an answer to. We can pop around and kind of do different subjects, and sometimes we'll go from kind of like psychic questions of like what's coming up next for me, all the way to I want to talk to my grandmother or my mom that's passed, or I want information from someone who's passed. Kind of a mixture of all of these all at the same time. And that's in a private reading. Where in a group reading, it's not just you and me. It can be anywhere from 7 to 10 or 20 or 30 other people in the room with us. Everybody kind of takes turns and asks questions. Definitely the questions can be similar, where you can ask about someone who passed or what's coming up in the future, but it's a little bit differently because you're asking in front of other people. So anything you dare to ask in front of someone else, I dare to answer. So it's one of those, it's a little bit different energy also, in that what information comes through, how it comes through in a group reading is going to be a little bit differently. Because in a private reading where I'm sitting down the whole time, in a group reading I stand up the whole time, and I move back and forth into each person's energy and that sort of thing. But it also, the ghosts give me more information about how to animate what they're asking me to do. And the best way to describe this is, a couple of years ago I was doing a group reading here at my house, and one of the young ladies there, her dad had passed about 3 years prior, and she wanted to get some information from him. And when the information came through, I kept punching my hand, kind of like making emphasis, like, you really got to change jobs, you really need to stand up to Aunt whatever it was, and that sort of thing, and doing it this way. And I was like, that's normally not my mode, that's not how I deal with life or anything else. But her husband, who was sitting right next to her, his eyes were like the size of saucers, just looking at me. And I asked him, I said, are you okay? And he goes, yeah, I'm doing okay. And when I finished everything, giving her the message that her father had given her, she said that's exactly the way her dad would do it. He always emphasized by punching his hand, not punching anything else, just kind of like, let me explain to you, this is what I want you to do, or I want you to do this, or take care of this. And so that's the way he emphasized in his world. And that's what I'm saying, is like it comes through a little bit more animated. I would also say in a group reading, depending on how many people are there, you may get an opportunity to ask maybe 3 or 4 or 5 questions. Where in a private reading, it's all about you, and whatever question comes through, yes, I will fill in with information that they add to it, but it's all about you in a private reading, where in a group reading it's a little bit different. Okay. So one of the things is that's really great about a group reading. So if you're nervous about meeting a psychic and getting information, a group reading is really the way to go. You can bring several of your friends. You can also bring your support system, so that's kind of fun. But it's a different way that you can be in my energy and ask questions, but you'll also feel very secure in asking it with your friends around. And so it kind of breaks the ice, and it gives people an opportunity to get to know me a little bit differently than they do in a private reading. So thank you for learning a little bit more about what I do. You can follow me on Facebook under One Inspiring Woman, Ruth Teresa, or you can follow me through my website. I also create a newsletter every month telling you different things about what's coming up energetically with the stars, the planets, and then I do a daily reading. So something just that a lot of my clients print out and keep with them, to know what's coming up for that day and what energy they need to be aware of. Make sure you follow me.